Hello and welcome to the fourth episode in the 4th Age Total War Hot Seat session with Wombat, or Wombat as you please. I'm playing the Dwarves faction, and we are on turn 4, as each episode will be encompassing one turn in the play. So, a few things have happened since my last turn. I wonder why there's a little red mark there. I wonder if that's significant. At any rate, this is where Minas Anor is. It has changed hands to Dunabar, I believe. Let's see, much to the grief of Tulkas. And Bree, I think, has also been taken by Dunabar. Reportedly, Dunabar has exhausted its forces in doing so, but that doesn't mean that, particularly in the north, Reunited Kingdom is going to make a comeback, because they have very limited recruitment options up here in the north. So typically all the player can do is stall Dunabar until they can bring reinforcements from another theater. However, there is Tharbad down here, and Tharbad, if I recall correctly, let's see here. Oh, I'm not friends with, okay, Reunited Kingdom. Yeah, Tharbad is allied with Reunited Kingdom, so they may jump in here and help against a Dunabar, and that would be pretty cool. I have talked with the player controlling Tharbad, Eisenbard, I believe his name is, and he has okayed a alliance and trade with me, and my emissary is right nearby, so I'm going to go ahead and get that done now. Okay, I'll get alliance, trade, military access. I got approval for military access as well. Not that that matters too much between players. And give him military access. Okay, now let's see. How do I do? I have to look up how to do this forced diplomacy. Okay, so that's pressing the question mark button and then show me how, and then make offer. Yep, that works. Okay. Alright, so I probably want to do with my emissary right now. I did get trade rights with Dunabar. I did that because the player controlling Dunabar asked me if he could have trade rights, and at the time I was like, yeah, sure, whatever, without bothering to check what faction he was playing. Now, really, when you're not playing single player, when you're playing multiplayer, faction alignments really shouldn't matter. It's all about just playing the best game to win. But I've been playing single player for so long, it's really hard for me not to be in the mindset of wanting the good factions to be against the bad factions, things like that. But I can justify it a little bit with the fact that Dwarves, probably being rather insular, might not really keen to the idea that Dunabar is a resurgent Dark Lord type of faction. From their perspective, it's just another civil war between the Dunedain. There have been many before, and the two sides of those civil wars were not necessarily evil, just opposed to one another. And to an outsider like dwarves or elves, it's not their place to take sides. Naturally, as we encounter them using trolls and orcs and stuff, we'll probably change our mind about that. And certainly now that we're allied with factions that are probably going to be at war with them, that should speed things along. I do have a long-standing agreement to establish alliance and trade and such with Reunited Kingdom. It's taken me quite a while to get to them, so we're finally doing that now. Alliance, trade rights, military access. Question mark. Show me how. There we go. So now we've got a solid block of allies that are very lore appropriate. Now let me think. Did want to check to see if there were any mercenaries for hire. There are not. So we're going to go back in. Let's do the same over here. No, that's not the mercenaries button. but no mercenaries here. Okay. It is very frustrating having to play with so few governors and generals. Really makes it difficult to do things that need to be done, really, honestly, you know. Let's get over here. Can I have you join? Okay, they've got 3 units in there. Pretty much all that can be done there. It's going to take me a long time to be able to do anything really productive on the map on a strategic level. So I want to protect my settlements. They're so valuable to me with forts, but the only way to do that is to have 3 units that are available to staff those forts, which means I have to have mercenaries for the most part, because I won't be able to recruit dwarves that quickly. Oh, look at that. There's a little mountain pass here. I don't remember that being there before. I wonder if that's new or just something I never noticed. But it's kind of handy. Is it? No, it's not really. It's pointless, but it's there. That's cool. So now we can get to this. See, every turn I have to mess with this. I'm not even going to bother with the policy here, because it's just going to get changed every time I end turns. Let's see here. But we've got... what did we build? Something to do with... Yes. No! I got that damn crash to desktop again I was getting last time. I did neglect to put Steam on offline, which I thought might have been an issue. I've done that now, so maybe I'll be able to do the rest of this episode without interruption. It's rather frustrating, is like when I was playing single player, I would just save frequently, but I also wouldn't get these types of crash to desktops. There's no message coming up saying, you know, this or that was wrong. There's nothing like popping up in the background. It just goes to desktop, the game's gone. But I'm not sure if I can save as I normally would given this mod. There's just like this special way that you have to save at the end of the turn. I'm not sure if saving during the turn would mess that up. I'll find out on the forum just to make sure. So all we need to do is get things built. So we're still trying to get our construction chain finished here. So let's see. There's still one more level to that, and I'm large enough to have it on here somewhere. So Dwarven engineering? No, that's not it. Wayposts, deep mines. Here we go. Quarry workings. And once I've got all of these buildings and all of these settlements to reduced construction costs, it's going to make it so that I can build buildings at like 0 cost or very near it. What does this one do? Increases the speed of construction. I don't want to do that. That's like a good extra once you've gotten the building cost down to 0. So that is something that can wait. Okay, here's another one. Now I've run out of money, but I'm not going to let that stop me. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and destroy some of my, let me see here. Show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, here we go. Dwarf hordes. Now, if you can destroy them, you get 20,000. Now, there's good reasons to destroy them, because all they really give me is happiness bonus, which I don't need. Look, my public order is outrageous. Increase in tradable goods. Now, especially if the province isn't getting a lot of trade, then what's the point, right? So let's see if there's a good way of figuring out which of our provinces are getting the least amount of trade. Probably this one. Where are you? up here, right? Well, that makes sense because he's just surrounded by junk. He's only got the one dwarf horde. But on the other hand, I also want to get rid of my dwarf hordes most expediently in those settlements that are most liable to be captured by the enemy. So let's figure out where those are. I would say my most exposed settlements right now is going to be right here at Hollowbold, and then up here at Barasdum. Well, honestly, down here at Nergzigel, but I do have this camp protecting me, so that'll, I hope, give me time to liquidate those hordes if Nergzigel comes under threat. Okay. So, since Hollowbold is probably my most vulnerable province right now, I'm going to liquidate the horde, not the horde. Yeah, though it's called a horde. There. Here we go. And then we'll get more of these construction projects going. There we go, another quarry working. This is... Why are we building hosting halls here? Oh, because the goddamn AI is fucking building stuff on its own. God damn it. Shit, if that wasn't in the queue, I would have had enough money without having to liquidate a horde, but whatever, Jesus. This is frustrating. I need my province to be on local governance, and it probably would just put them on local governance anyway. Well, whatever. At least all the players have to deal with this problem. This one has metalsmith workshops also. Okay. What I might have to do, just to keep the AI from wasting my money on shit, is make sure I have a close to zero balance each turn. I mean, are they recruiting stuff too? No, good, Jesus. So that it can't just, willy-nilly recruit dwarven warriors and stuff like that I don't need. This is... Come on, you gotta have something here. You don't have construction stuff? Yeah, construction. Okay. Not a major province yet. Well, that's going to have to wait until I can reduce costs in other locations. Probably wouldn't want to make that kind of investment on a settlement that's very likely going to get captured anyway. So I only have a few places where I can actually set up these buildings. That's too bad. But as you can see, 3,000 down from the 20,000 that I liquidated, so I would have had to liquidate it anyway. That's not a loss. At some point, somewhere, I'm going to have to build... Let's see. Okay, so these two dwarves here. Let's... Let's try to do something clever. They don't have to sit here. Up here... That's... I don't know. Adunamar probably doesn't have anybody up there because they weren't focusing on Tharbad, and they would have moved all those troops towards their front with Reunited Kingdom. But now that I'm allied with Tharbad, I could go ahead and start sending troops out to help them in their military efforts. So I'll go ahead and start sending troops that... Oh, but is that against the rules? I don't know. Let me check the rules real quick. Okay, I thought there might be a rule against leaving your military units in other player territory without their express permission, but I'm not finding that. There is an issue with agents, and since I have military access, it only makes sense that I should be able to go ahead and travel. So I'm going to send these dwarves over to help Tharbad. Dunland is, I think, an AI controlled. Let me see if that's true. Yes, that is true. Dunland is not player controlled, so that's kind of making Dunland fair game, and they have a hold over here which would be appropriate for the dwarves to try and take and hold on to. And if I'm friends with Tharbad, and is Tharbad at war with Dunland? I know somebody's at war with Dunland. Let's see, Tharbad. Not at war with Dunland, but you may as well be, dude. They're right there. AI controlled, fair game. Expand your empire. Maybe he wants to concentrate on the player to his north, which would make sense. You can't trust players. They are ready to cut your throat. Alright, I'm happy with the number of allies I have right now. It would certainly seem good in a single-player game. Not that that is relevant. Alright, so I think we were going ahead and just exploring the map over here, as I recall, with the spy. Alright, so that's an allied settlement. Down here, this is independent people, so I might find something I can spy on down here. Okay, so I've got my alliance. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on with some of these settlements over here. Some of the more important ones, like Fornos. Fornos is still available. I would definitely want to grab that if I were Reunited Kingdom. It has some large walls, so that could be readily defensible. And there is Bree, now controlled by a Dunabar. I wonder if they're going to make moves on the Shire. Seems like the logical next step. Let's see, how many units? Oh, that's completely full. Ooh. Yeah, he's talking about being spent on his offensive against Reunited Kingdom, but where you can see here, full stack garrison inside Bree. So beware Tharbad. Alright, Tharbad, I can help by getting some eyes on a Dunabar here. Here we have only 3 units in 3 ways, and in Sarnford, still no walls and only 2 units. It might make sense for me to make a move on Sarnford. Let me go ahead and send my men out for that. I'm pretty much defenseless here in Hollowbold anyway. May as well try to be aggressive if I'm to have a chance. Alright, here. Don't really have anything to do with these guys yet. Hope that Tulkas, in charge of the elves here, will go ahead and take the Lune Valley. Be an important recruiting zone for Evelyn. Is that how they're pronounced? Anyway, the humans who try to pretend to be elves. It's one of the few locations where you can recruit that. And since I have one of their better troops, a spearman, and since I have these 2 units up here, it'd be great if he would go ahead and capture that settlement so that I could move them down to another front. Okay. I would just say this to my allies: if one of my Ugh, why? Jesus. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do about these crashed desktops. I'm gonna have to get to the point where I can just save, because every time this happens, I have to just like redo all the damn moves. I'm like, look, I have to move this damn scout again. Okay, oh yeah, and then there was a military force here. Shit. Right, you're going there. Did I move these guys yet? Nope, gotta move them again. Grr. Okay. You go up here. Are you attuned yet? Not attuned yet. Well, let's hope you get attuned soon. I need you to be attuned. Alright. Let's get all of these emissaries moved before we have another freeze. Ooh, what's happening there? Oh. Theodore. What? Isn't that normally part of Dale to begin with? Huh. Curious. Look at this. There's like these little places on the map you can just go for no reason. It's fun. It'd be kind of funny if you were like a horde. You'd gone into horde and you just were hiding up here in the mountains away from whoever was coming after you. Let's do it expedient way. You still have movement, so you need to go look at stuff. Settlement there. And let's just go ahead and expose. Actually, let's go down towards the interior here. Let's see, there should be a settlement like, well, definitely in here. Oh. Hey guys. I have trade with you, right? Do I? No, I don't. Oh, well, let's go ahead and get trade then. There we go. So I don't think that I can actually trade with that province to the south. We've got 1, 2, 3. Which one is this? Erebos. That wasn't on the list, was it? Don't believe it was. Yeah, Erebos isn't actually able to trade with Nargzigil. I don't know if that was always the case. I feel like it used to be able to. But regardless of whether it used to be able to, it can't now. So not important. Not as important as I imagined it would be. Let's look at our other agents. God damn it, don't freeze! Holy crap. Oh, just all of these crashes. Let's get through this. Let's just get through this. Holy shit. Okay, there's another settlement here. And another one up here somewhere.
Yes, master. No more moves.
Oh my god.
My lord. Yes, master. Yes, my lord.
I'm gonna have to see if anybody else has been having this kind of issues or had in the past and found a solution.
No more moves.
I have not had to deal with this kind of frequent out of the blue crashes.
Your honor.
Okay, you were going down here.
Unable to move. My lord.
Okay, what were you doing? Let's just have you go over here.
At once.
And then down here. Because interesting stuff is happening down here. Let's go see it. Okay, and I think that's like everything I wanted to do. So I want to go ahead and save this before it crashes again. Okay, so need to go to the edge of the map and press F1. Show me how. And then save. Oh, not save. Let's see here. In the turn. Okay. Alright. Holy shit, got through that. Let's hope next time I've got this figured out and I can solve that problem, because there's no way I can play like a really extensive turn and have it crash that frequently. And even if I was saving after every move, that in itself would be a pain in the ass. But thank you for watching, and we'll come back for the next episode. I hope you will. See you then.